Can't you tell? I am bored, and I need to get my brows waxed, but I have no money. So I also need to get nails done and some Botox. And I don't know. I've like got chemical peels. I've done dermaplaning. I've done like quite a bit, and I still have large pores, and I don't know why. And like my part of me is like, should I give up? But at the same time, I'm just like, I'm still young, and maybe things will turn around for me, you know. And I can be happy or excited about thriving in life. And so I'm just like, you know, but I'm gonna talk about suicide because I don't think there was one time in my life, I believe it was 7th grade or 8th grade. I think 8th grade was when I was like pretending to try to fit in with the emos, and I didn't know how to fit in, so I dressed really goth because I didn't know how to fit in with the emos. And while I was dressing goth, I came to the conclusion it was music. It was the type of music that I listened to. That's what did it. And so, prior to it is when I got suicidal. And I think like suicidal is like when you feel trapped and you can't escape. And so the only way you can escape is to commit suicide. But it's like running away, but like sideways. And like sometimes, like if you think about it, like if you listen to like inspirational speakers or read like those self-development or self-help books, it's like backwards of that, because it's typically your environment that you need to improve or change, and the people who are around you. And so sometimes the best thing to do is to get rid of all your friends and find new friends. And so it's like backwards of that. So like if you're trapped and you can't get rid of your friends or your environment, you go backwards. And so like I made a video about church prior to this. And like my thing is, in a lot of religions, if you commit suicide, you're condemned because it's not your time to go. And when it's time for you to go, they will let you go. But committing suicide will condemn you because you didn't fulfill your purpose. And so my thing is, if you commit suicide, all you're doing is condemning you to hell. And hell is just like a state, because you can live in a area that has fire all around you. Because if you understand what hell is, it's just like demons, like it's just people beating up one another or torturing one another, just like, in all different ways. And then, there's fire, and it's hot. And it's hot because I never understood why it was hot. Like sometimes I thought it was like cold. I was like, what if it's like the equators, but it's hot because you're angry, or you're sick and you get a fever, and that's why you get hot. And so that's why hell is hot. But like the thing is, you can live in hell and be at peace, and you can live in hell and not get tortured, or you can get tortured so much that it's just another day. And that's why I started thinking about planet Earth, because the thing is, we had those spy balloons, and everything got chipped, including like animals and bugs and stuff like that. And the thing is, now we're all humans: birds, insects, animals, reptiles. We're all human. When I was growing up, animal like dogs did not think like humans. Dogs are just, they have different like lifespans. Like 1 year of human life is 7 years to them. So maybe their time just moves a lot faster, so they could be a human, but they're just living quicker. But it's like reading a book. It's like reading a book versus watching the same book in a movie. The movie leaves out a lot of detail compared to the book. So like the thing is, like, if you live 7 years to one of our life, think about all the stuff that you missed out on. That's like my thought. And so, like, my thing is, if we do that, then we can all pretend that, we never got chipped and the spy balloons never happened and a whole bunch of stuff, and we can go off of, both years instead of, 2020 or 2021, if we want to do that instead. But, like, it's just, having, like, dealing with a wolf versus a domestic dog, it's two different things. And there's some, like, animals that are wild that cannot be domestic. And even if some things do become domestic, like wolves, it takes thousands of years. Like, think of any of those small dogs. They all came from wolves.